Hello, and today it's Organ 101 and things I wish I knew when I started. Hello and welcome to Nick Foley UK, and it's Hammond Organ 101 today. I've always wanted to do this video, so let's have a go. When I started, there was no YouTube, there was no there was no social media. Yeah, I know, I'm not exactly a boomer, but I'm old enough, I get it. So when I tried to learn things, I had to work them out myself. And that was really, really hard, or go to the library or read magazines and interviews with people. And one of the reasons, the main reason why I do this video series, why I do this YouTube channel, is to help you not have to go through those years of figuring out how to overdrive a Hammond organ, how to buy a Hammond organ, what the registrations do and whatever. It's so you can skip those and you can learn whatever I know and you can apply that, and then you can hopefully improve yourself. So that's why I do all these videos, and why it's so important to me. So the 101 series, I only do a couple of these. I'll keep going as and when it occurs to me, but this is some of the basics that I wish I knew when I first started. All right, so I'm going to go through a few in no order. We'll slow them all down. We'll have a look at them. I've got the camera up here now. Hopefully some of these will be of use to you. How does that sound? Oh, good. I'm pleased to hear it. So we'll do some licks, we'll do some bits and bobs, and we'll do some sort of general approaches. So I thought maybe the general approach, and I've done parts of this before, is the general approach to the sound, right? So I won't go through this too slowly, because if you've got an organ sound, if you've got a red keyboard, if you've got a Hammond, or you've got anything really with 9 controllers or drawbars in it, we can make a sound. So very quickly we'll go through the sound. Now on this Hammond C3, I've got 2 sets of drawbars per manual that can be swapped over by these 2 keys here, the B and the B flat. But don't worry about that. You might just have one set that you can pull out or press a button to get out or whatever, which is brilliant. It's kind of all you need for the moment. So let's look at some bluesy sounds. Imagine a graphic equalizer. All right, that one's slightly broken. Look, you see it doesn't go in properly. So you get a funny, there should be no noise. So when you put it all in, there should be no noise. And then we're going to pull out bass to treble, there or thereabouts, okay? And it's weird because they're in feet and inches of a church organ pipe. That's how bassy it is. And if you've got an old Hammond like mine, you don't get any writing on the sides there. Newer Hammonds have the feet and inches written on. Don't worry about it. Bigger the number, bassier it is. Doesn't really matter. So from the left, let's go in. Well, quick shortcut. Let's just have all those 4 out and see what that does, right? Yes, I've got some overdrive on. It's over here on the left-hand side. It's pretty nice. So I've got videos on that as well. But we're gonna let that go for the moment. So there we go. And the trebly side is this side. See all my other videos about that, but let's just get a sound together. My 1974 sound is basically that, really, starting off bassy, then drifting off towards the end. Okay, so that's how I'm going to approach it, I think. And the bottom one, I used left hand, or the lower manual, more for timing actually, which is kind of underutilized in a way, isn't it? Certainly with my timing. But so I don't have it too loud because I've got a bass player, so I drop those in a little bit and it's a bit quieter. Doesn't matter. You're probably sat there, got one keyboard, hopefully you've got some drawbars you can play with or whatever, and even if you don't have, it really doesn't matter. So I had to learn what a pentatonic scale was. Right now, you've got the internet now. You're watching me on the internet. You're pretty easy. But let's just do that, shall we? Just so that we know where we are. So the pentatonic scale. Right. So A. Right. 5 notes. Right. 6 if you include the octave. A, C, D, E, G, A. Yeah. All almost sounds like a thing, doesn't it, right now? Okay, if you were in D, you'd be a bit more like this. D, F, G, A, C, D. And you can use these 5 notes over a chord. So there we're just in A minor. We'll go A minor to D minor, right? 1, 3, 5. So you're going to A, C, E, A, D, F. Bring an E minor in, why not? Okay, so I only used those 5 notes. Sounded a little bit stilted, didn't it? But you know, we'll get onto that. So of those 5 notes, so say we're in A, we need to do some embellishments, don't we, to make them sound a little bit more flowing, perhaps. So one I use is, do you see that? D, D sharp, E, really fast. It's almost a, some people just trill off it. Or, because that's a riff of its own. We'll get onto that in a minute. So, there's another trill that you can come back on. With that. See that G stops on the top there? So you've got an up and we've got a down. Trill on that G, G sharp A. Pentatonic, right? 5 notes plus the octave, and then I'm just trilling those, that 5 there, and also the going into the root. And on the solos, you can do, that's a good one for solos as well. So that, see that D, D sharp, E, G. I dropped up that, just ran up the pentatonic, so I did that fast riff, and then And that flattened 5 as well. Got a bit deep purpley there with that. That's bound to be a deep purple riff somewhere down the line. It is, yes. Sort of. Okay, so pentatonics are going to get you far, so that's well worth having a look at. I thought I'd show you a little blues trick that I learned years ago because I'm not trained, right? So I'm not trained, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was shown it many years ago, and it's quite nice. So let's say we're in G and we've got a bit of blues going on. So 1, 4, 5, right? Meaning the notes of the scale. 1, 4, and there's the 5. But that's a little bit dull, isn't it? Bit major and a bit happy and a bit okay, but when you want to be a bit more soulful, or even in a slower time, here's a little trick I learned. See what you think. It's going to be, for those of you who know what you're talking about or want to go and have a look, it's going to be around, it's going to be a major dominant 9, I think. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you're going to G major on the right hand when the band are playing in G. That's the left hand in G, right? And the left hand's going to go to C, isn't it? But instead of going to C major, there, just minor the G, okay? What on earth's going on there? Well, you're in G, and what you're creating there, because the root's gone to the C, but you're not playing the C on there, but maybe if you were playing the C chord, you'd be doing that. Yeah, so there's the C you've gone to, and there's the G minor you've gone to. Put them together, 3, 5, dominant 7, 9, makes a really nice like a bluesy kind of thing, right? Because it's used in blues. So we can extrapolate that. We can keep going with that, because when we go to the 5, which is the D on G, we're going to play an A minor. I know, I know. But bear with. So I'll go through the just the chords, right? Isn't that something? That's a nice easy trick, isn't it? So that's, but you could, obviously you could do stuff with that. So I wish I knew that when I started out. Blues can be a bit eluding. You've got the pentatonic we've spoken about. Need to do the blue note in there as well. We'll do that in a second. And now you've got the bit of comping. Doesn't that sound nice? Did you get all that? If you didn't, let me know and I'll go through it. Don't forget, please like and subscribe. Get me on my Patreon if you want to ask me more detailed questions. I'm definitely going to answer all of those absolutely as fast as possible. But the like and subscribe really helps, because if you like this and you subscribe to it, then YouTube will show it to other people who might like this, and that's good for them, good for you, good for us. It's not a competition, right? We're all in this together. Okay, so I thought that was a really nice one. You could do that in different keys as well, obviously you can. So if you were in C, you'd be doing 1, 4, 5, which is C, F and G. Again, all we're going to do is go major, minor, and then we're going to go up a minor, a tone doing a minor. Works fine, doesn't it? No problem there. Okay. Another couple of things that could make you sound good in a rock or a blues scenario would be just to gliss into the note. And I've done this a lot on other videos, so if this is the first one you've seen, go and have a look at other ones. It looks good, right? So that's quite nice. But there was a few ways to do it. So here's a little camera. If you're inexperienced, you might want to get the note you want to get to. Let's call it C major. And you're going to go into that note. Some people go over the finger like that. I find it's a little bit too... It gives the game away a little bit too much. I like to be a bit rougher. There. Be careful, practice it. Don't do it on a piano because it'll hurt your hands. And then the other way works as well. So you can let it go with the lead hand if you want to. Yeah, so just glistening, and it's all about timing. So when you're right on that beat, see how I changed to get that part up there? Nice and simple. Start off gently. Get the feel for your key bed. Angle of attack's important. If you're pushing down too much, you're going to start hurting yourself between the keys. You want to go like that. Okay. So we're going in and out of the note nicely. We've got some nice comping stuff. We've got your pentatonic. Let's put that blue note in. Remember the blue note I forgot about? Right, everyone loves my Fs. Half the people love my Fs. Let's do the F. So we've got... See, the blue one is now the what I call the blue note. I'm sure it's probably called that. It's a B. So F, E flat, C. Stick in this extra B. B flat, A flat, F. That sounds a bit blue now, isn't it? A bit bluesy instead of... Practice forever, up and down. And that's just going up and down the scale there. I'm coming back up a little bit. So I'm coming back up, but not to the F, but to the E flat. Tired fingers there, sorry, but... And that's just mechanics, so you can do that, I can do it, you can definitely do it. It's just... Get that little finger employed there, that starts you off nicely. There you go. You do, I mean, you got to do it in bursts, you do that all day and it starts to hurt the finger. A couple of things you can also do is you can also gliss off that blue note. That'd be in the B flat. And you can also gliss off that G flat If you want to, you can do a weird list where you go G flat, A, C, and then back down the F major chord. See what's kind of happening now, you know? That's my John Lord riff that, you know, 50-50 people love and have heard a bit too much, but it's that high note, and in the air, and there's that. That's a lovely one, isn't it, for on an F? B flat, B, C, E flat. And then you see that making that F major shape there as you come down. Oops. Don't have to do it every time, do you? Sometimes you go straight past it. And you can drop in that 1-4-5 thing, that 5-4-1. See what I'm doing there? I've got the F major shape, B flat major, and then just extending that with going up a tone with the semitone here and a tone there. And then flipping off that A flat. See that? You can do that. Okay. So you do this any key, obviously you can. So 1, 4, 5, I call it, but it's not quite that. But you know, my lack of training again. All of that is possible, trust me, and I'll speak to me, I'll slow it down, but or thereabouts. Okay, we do a few more of these. I want to just do one thing about rhythm, and it might not come across so well for two reasons. One, my ability to play it. No, I joke. Of course, I'm marvellous, and also there's no backing, right? But so here, look, we're employing the pentatonic. The blue note in it. We're gonna put that little trill in there that I liked. We're gonna gliss in. We're gonna gliss out, and we're gonna put some. All right, and that's the bit you want to do with tight with your drummer. Okay, so we did a bit of pentatonic, didn't we? We put some of the blue notes in, some of the trills in. Do it in F as well. Shows you my lick thing, which is probably nicked off John Lord, probably played wrong, but If you want to hear an example of that, there's John Lord's solo album called Before I Forget, and there's a song, the last song on the album, I think, called Bark Onto This, and he does a classical bit and stops and does a very high run, descending run coming down. That's where I listened to it when I was a kid and figured out what it was. We had a look at some blues comping. I thought was quite cool. I do like that. I think quite nice. Remember the registrations? Did you see how I flicked down to a dirty bluesy sound? Back up there. I've got more treble for the top bits. I haven't even got onto fifths yet. I'll get onto that. We've done 1, 3, 5s. Or in C. They're all there. You know, that kind of thing. We'll do some more later. I think that's enough to be getting on with. Now, what I thought is go and see me on Patreon or wherever you get your communications and ask me if there's anything there that I've done too fast or not really explained well enough, you know, and I'll go through that all with you, and hopefully that's been quite useful. So there's a few licks. Practice, practice, practice. I'm sorry, there's no shortcut in that. There is a shortcut in the things I taught you there. I took years to figure out. Years to figure out. If you could get your mechanics right, and if you can listen to the timing, listen to your drummer and your rhythm section, that's so important. Because if you're just noodling up and down the keyboard, as I am here, because there's no backing, you know, it can sound good or it can sound terrible. And the difference will be your rhythmic skills, your timing, right? So add that to it. See how you get on with that. Give me comments. Comment as soon as you can, and then maybe I'll come back next week and I'll address those comments as best I can, and we'll go through those and see where we're going. So for the moment, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. Please just click the like button. It means a lot. It really does. And hopefully we can get some of this information out to other people. Maybe some people who've just started playing organ who are struggling a little bit or something like that. And let's jump them past a couple of years. Let's get them straight on, because the more organ players there are around, the more people want to hear organ and want to pay to have organ. And then that's where we all come back in, right? So it's all a team here. We all win. So like and subscribe. Get it to everybody else. Get practicing. Let me know what you think, and I'll do another 1 or 2 if you're interested. So thank you very much. All that remains for me to say is have a lovely day. It's nearly summer. I can't believe it. The sun has remained out in England. That's fantastic. And make good decisions. See you later. Thanks.